Hello everyone, how are you today? We are almost finishing our bootcamp, our really amazing bootcamp. And so I'd like to say that I'm so proud of you. We built amazing content. I'm sure that you learned a lot. And today will be the functions day. And I will do two contents with you. One will be from the documentation, the getting started. Remember that it's a bootcamp for beginners, so let's do something with the documentation as well, because in this way you can do the same with the other products. And also we are doing a different content that I'm preparing, and I'm almost finished it, so probably I will explain to you and finish it live. Okay, let's go to our pet. I didn't meet yet. Session 9. Yes, here we are. Let's, okay. So sharing the pad with you, and it's so interesting because a lot of people was waiting in the pad. So amazing. And I missed you adding more information over there from the previous sessions. Oh, interesting this. I think I have some time at the end to help you with you, okay? And okay, we have a niche club. Ooh. Remember that we have also the official support, the Bootcamp channel on the Discord. And it's interesting that we can try others as well. It's up to you. I'm checking. I didn't add the tasks today, so I'm adding in a few minutes. So wait the task form. And remember that we have the exercises here. I will share my screen now. Let's share my screen. Here we are. So I add all the information in the pad. Still adding more, but more. The faucet. I'd like to change the network that I have here. Probably you change it. And okay, what more? One more thing. The faucet password for now. Get it only if you need it. I know that most of, like, if I got in the beginning, in the first day, I don't need more until now. So is this. We have all the information over there. Let's talk about functions. Let's understand functions. And probably change the network, including in the middle. Okay, let's do it. Sharing my screen. I still have VRF here. I have two remix here. One go to the other screen. Now it's good. I'm good here. Session 9. Okay. Tomorrow, one of the points is exactly to talk about this. How can you work after the bootcamp? How can you learn more? And some tips and tricks to be hired. And I will talk about some training services that I didn't explain yet. So let's go. Imagine that what if you could run any code you wrote and its execution is decentralized. And the result is cryptographically verifiable via the OCR that you are learning to get tomorrow more about this. But the point is it will be on blockchain. This is Chainlink functions. So we can call any API, external API, run any computation of chain with consensus of a group of nodes that is getting the information in that API, getting the consensus and bring to blockchain, bring it to your smart contract. This is our goal today. So, why we need to have this? You know that it is a big challenge because we have the blockchains, we have like the isolated network. Even if we have different blockchains, they are two isolated networks. To solve this, we have CCIP. But how to solve the connection with the real world, the external world that is not on chain? This is the point. With functions, you can have any kind of connections. Because when we use the Chainlink data feed, you are depending on the Chainlink to list some information, to list some data feed. Imagine that you'd like to get a code of some coin that is not listed by Chainlink. But you know that you have 3 or 4 sources of that information, and you can use the functions to get it. I'm commenting related to this because Chainlink didn't list all the cryptocurrencies, all the tokens in the world. It has some requirements like the volume, the amount of sources that you can get the information. So maybe you would like to use some tokens, some cryptocurrency that is not listed by Chainlink in the data feeds. Using functions, you can create your own. Another point is that we have a lot of external sites, external APIs, and it's a bit impossible to Chainlink manage by ourselves the information to all of them. But we are enable you to do this. So you have the power to do this. This is Chainlink functions. We are giving you the power to get the information that you need. Doesn't matter if the site, the API is centralized, because the consensus to get the information, you be decentralized, and then you be saved in the smart contract. Okay? And when I talk about functions, this is so interesting for you. Sorry that the fonts are too small, but it was hard to put everything in the same picture, because you are only take care of this small part. Only your account, you use some smart contract that's the consumer of functions. We are creating this today, and the consumer are requesting data. We can include in using some automation. I'm not using automation today. And after this, the contact the consumer, you send the request to the Chainlink function. So all of this part, you don't need to worry about it. And when your contact, your consumer, send the request to the Chainlink functions, your request is going to the DON, to the decentralized Oracle network from functions, And each of these nodes, you do a sandbox execution and then an API request to the API that you'd like to get the information. And we have more than one node doing this process, and bringing the execution, the result back to the DON, create the consensus of this, transmitting to the Chainlink functions router, and then you are paying for this, and this will be registered, and the result will be handled to the fulfill function in your smart contract. So you are only take care of this, create your contract, only this. And all the other big part is made by Chainlink. Here you can see, for example, that you create a custom code like a Node.js, a API, a helper library, in the way that you'd like to do it, okay? Then with the request configuration, you can use this API. Even if you have arguments, even if you have secrets, passwords, it's possible to use this. And your consumer, your client smart contract, you have the execute request and the fulfill request. Is this. We got before functions, we got the external adapters, and they are being deprecated to use the functions because functions is easy to use. But then I'm only doing explanation until now. I promise that I will be slow in the hands-on part, okay? And so let's start this. And this is only an example. We are doing this in the hands-on part in a few minutes. But this is an example. And you are seeing this code in a few minutes as well. I'm not doing this code. And if this is a bit small, we can see in the other, in the source code in a few minutes, okay? So here you can see, for example, that I'd like to get the current flight status from the aviation stack API. And this API has secrets. It means that you must create an account, generate a key in order to do this. So, how can I do this? You can get the secrets part, like this is a JavaScript code, okay? You can get the arguments that you need to use this. In this case, is the airline code and the flight number. And then here we are doing a flight request. This is really a JavaScript request. Oh, sorry. And get the response here, okay? So this is a custom JavaScript code called any API, have a decentralized execution with consensus. And also we have the playground. I prefer to do this later. I'd like to show that code to you. And okay, let's fix this. Vandana, I have a suggestion for you. If you have your secrets, your backup phrase, the 12 words, you can remove MetaMask, okay, and try to really go to the puzzle here, manage extensions, remove MetaMask and install it again. But before that, I got another idea. If you change the network, do you have the same problem? In each problem do you have? Probably you are on Avalanche Fuji, is this? try to change the network and see if you can work in other network first, okay? Let me know. Yes, so change it to other network and let me know if the transaction is pending. Okay, great. I told you that I'd like to do this live. So let's get one of these, not this, yes, this. This is what we are doing now. Let's update this. Oh, we have a lot of questions over there. Let's go here. Use chainlinkfunctions.com. I have it here. And we have a lot of examples, different APIs from Pokemons. Latest news from some API news. This is the, what is this news? Articles. Asteroid data from NASA. So, Vanana, uninstall MetaMask and install it again. And what more I have here? Imagine that you'd like to get a balance of some token, but in different networks. I have this down in some place. This is what I'm talking now. I show it to you. So let's go to this. Okay, it's a big, it's big. So this is the secrets part. The arguments that you can have, like I showed you before. The flight, here I'm doing the flight request, okay, to the URL and the request. This is the API from the aviation stack. And you can have the others as well. If I go back, we was here, but we have this. I like this. We have the same token and the different chains. Imagine the link token. We have a link token now on Avalanche Fuji, on Sepolia, and on Mumbai. Imagine that we'd like to get to aggregate the balance of them in 3 of these. Okay, imagine it to DeFi to find the best decentralized trade for some asset pair. And here we are using Paraswap. Getting the fetch result from soccer match using sportsdata.io. Last year wow, it's a long time ago. In 2022, from the Soccer World Cup, I did an NFT using this, not this API, but another API to get the results as well from the World Cup. Look at this, I remember that in some moment the people was asking me not related to AI, but it was related to other points, to physical devices. But here you can prompt AI for a response and save this inside your contract and read cross-chain information. And like the snapshot.org vote. There are a lot. And you can see that this is submitted from different people. So if you create one, you can submit here to have your example here as well. There are a lot. Prices like Uniswap, Twitter account verification with an Ethereum address. It's really amazing. A lot of ideas for you. Price information from multiple sources. This is what I told you. Imagine that you'd like to get some code. This is not listed on Chainlink data feed. So try to get yourself the code. Okay. And this is a big idea for you, a big overview. So I'm closing this now to go forward on my presentation, because the next point that I have here is the playground. So let's go to the playground. Where is my playground? I really had a lot of things opening at the same time. I think this is not a link. Now it's a link, but I prefer to have it here. Let's go to the playground now and understand a bit what we have. This is the playground. And this is what I'd like to do if you're late. And sometimes I have problems to create a new code. It was like today, happened this, 2 hours to discover that I forgot to add this part, the response type, on my code. Yes, thank you, Andre and Morgan, that you helped me on this. This guy was with me like some time ago, but this is not our code today. Our code will be this, the basic. Probably you have this. You have some different codes, the Star Wars characters, okay? So get the Star Wars characters. This. And here I am. So what I have here to you understand, I'm doing a request to this URI. So this is what I'm doing. So I must say what is the character ID. For example, I'd like to do this to the number 1. And you can execute this directly to understand what's happening. So this is the 1, the Lucky Skywalker. If I go to the 2, is the C3PO. And is this, you can, I'm only doing, oh, this is so small for you, wait. Yes, now you can see the 2, C3PO, the people 1 was Luke Skywalker. Some examples for you. Like if I add 2 here, I'm going here to the 2. And you can see the others. It's only to you, like to put your hand on this kind of things. Okay? But let's use this on functions playground, because one of the most problems that we have is that you have a JavaScript code that's not working, and you try to use Chainlink functions to call this code, and it's not working. So in order to be sure that your code is working, try to run your code here first. This is not a guarantee that you work on functions, but you have a better chance, okay? Because this is a simulation environment, so this is important to you, okay? So this is a demo simulation and can have a minor difference, okay? But it's so useful. Probably this is small for you as well. Better now, okay? So fill with the example code. I did this. And get the Star Wars characters. Here. Star Wars characters. Here you are. And here you can see a bit more related to this, that I'm getting this. If I get an error, I have this message. If not, I get the information. And because the information is a JSON, you know what's a JSON, but I'm concatenate all the JSON information in a string. This is what the stringify function do. This is JavaScript, okay? And then I'm returning only the name. I could do more, but I'd like to return the name, okay? On the console log, I have everything, and I'm returning the name. Let's try this. Argument 1, we know that the sky, Luke Skywalker, running. Here we are. The kind of output was a string. This is the Luke Skywalker. And on the console log, that is this, the console log, I have all the information, the same information that I have here. So the return is all of this, okay? Like you can see here. But from all this information, this is the data. Because here the data is the API response, I'm getting only the name that is here. Okay? Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Great. So you can try another, let's try the tree now. Who is the tree? The R2D2. And what's the for? The Darth Vader. Ooh, okay. And this is a basic for you. You can use the other codes here. I will share my code here in a few minutes, what I'm trying to do, okay? But for now, we are using this same code in different environments. So we try here in Playground. Let's go to the documentation, to the Chainlink documentation with this. Oh, where I have this. Before that, this is an amazing article that I'd like to share with you, like here in the beginning, because you have 11 ways to use Chainlink functions in your decentralized application. A lot of ideas for you, connecting with Meta, and some examples doing this. And then Lens protocol is a decentralized network as well. And then Amazon, AWS, cloud systems, and IoT, and integration with Google Cloud, BigQuery, analytics, chain analysis, on-chain financing, the graph that index blockchain. It's so useful to have this. And the weather data for parametric insurance, to have a decentralized insurance. And is this some, you know that you have a lot of ideas, a lot of examples here, okay? Oh, Vandana, I didn't prepare this on this bootcamp, but maybe we can try to do this. Let's see how is tomorrow. I must check all the content that I'd like to see. The point is that I must change where we are doing this, not directly on YouTube, but maybe I'll find a way to do this. I'll try, okay? And this, you already have this 11 ways to use the functions. You already have the use Chainlink functions. Oh, I closed them. Yes, I closed it. Use the Chainlink functions. No. Yes, this. Let's maintain these two here for you as well. And then now I'm going to the documentation. Docs.chain.link. Or first of all, go to the dev.chain.link on functions, because we have more resources for you. Functions resources, here we are. And I'm adding all the resources here. Okay. So what I have to functions, related to functions, I have a quick start, a showcase, a lot of guides, because functions we did advanced classes last year. So to you continue your study to be good, we have the start, We have the masterclass and a lot of documentation and blog. Okay, I'm going to go directly to the documentation and Chainlink functions as well. And here we are. I am in the documentation. Let's share this with you. And here I can, I am in Portuguese because it was one of the class yesterday. So if I'm going to getting started, we already tested the playground. We already did the Star Wars API, okay? And so we use the playground. Now it's time to create our account on Chainlink Functions. So we must go here now. And let's try to do this. The example on the documentation is on Mumbai, okay? But we are doing on AVAX. Create a subscription. Okay, so connect your wallet and create a subscription. So first task today, add here your name and subscription ID. Here we are. I must go where? I must go here. Okay. Chainlink functions, connect your wallet, and before that, before or after MetaMask, let's maintain on Fuji. Remember that you must be on Fuji, create a subscription. And I think I'm not because I was doing on Polygon. So I may close this now and do from zero with you. Change it to Fuji. Here I am on Fuji here. I am on Fuji over there as well. Wow, so strange. I hope that I change this now. Otherwise, I discover my problem. So network, Fuji. Let's create subscription. And here you must give your email because this is a beta product. And so we are still developing here it. And if you have some information critical for you, you are reach out to you by email. You can add the name, Chainlink. It's optional, but Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. So you must add your email and you can use this. It's optional, but let's do it. Okay. And Fuji, it is Fuji over there, Constantinos. Okay, agree and create subscription. Accept the terms of service, confirming the transaction. And wait this, okay? Don't close this now. Now that you accept the terms of service, you are approving the subscription creation. And yes, Sama, you can write your own custom function from other APIs. Is this okay? And I must sign a message as well here to save the name and the email address. sign it. So I think I'm doing it. Yes, it's created. So this is my the transaction itself. Add funds. So I mean, let's see if I need to send something to you now. Let's add 5 links, 10 links to be sure. Okay. So then go over there. Add funds, 10 link. Add funds. Approve it. Okay. Close. Oh, I could wait, because if I wait, probably it will the step 3. Can I go to the step 3? Funds added. Okay, let's wait. Because I will not do the step 3 now. Add a consumer. And not add a consumer now. Okay? So I will do it later. So let's click in I will do it later. And this is my subscription. Here you can see your subscription ID. So is this that I need from you? Add a consumer. Constantinos, check my screen, because if you check step by step, you are asking things that it's on the screen, on the pad. So I will do it later. Exactly, Kyle. Is this. Okay. Great, a lot of... it's better if you'd like to put directly this, the link. It's better, I like we did in the others. It's good. Wait some minutes to you. No, Vandana, take this off. Yes. We know that this is a test net, but it's only our test net funds. And do you need some here? I'm El Fuji. You don't have it. Let's send some here if you need it. You can see that I don't have more. It's finishing. I will ask you to help your colleagues if you need more than this. And how much? Link is not too bad. Link, not a vax now. And 300. Okay. So in a few minutes, you will have some links, some AVAX here. Here we are. It's not a big amount of people now. And the request was 10 link, and we are sending everything here. Okay. I will ask if you didn't yet. Yes, 5. Exactly. Blue bot actions. Exactly. Actions. Add funds. Or So here we are. We have our subscription. So good. The point now, I'm getting the code from here, but I'm not doing this on Mumbai, okay? I'd like to use this on Avax because I don't have so much tokens on Mumbai to send to you. So I put both options here. If you don't have in one network, doing the other. So create the on remix now. Again, go to remix. Like always, we are here. And because I change the network and I do this live, I will not do like, it's so easy if you come here and opening remix, it will open a new version of remix. Like I have one remix instance here, another here, with all the examples, all the samples. And here is the chain getting start functions consumer. But I will copy this for me and change the network. And you learn how to change this, okay? So I have two instances of Remix now. One is the Bootcamp. And before share with you, I must change this. Update it. Yes, I can trust myself in the paste code alert. Don't worry about it. And wait for me to change this live. I may explain and then change. So what I have here, I'm using the Chainlink function service. So I must have the client. I can use the confirm owner to only my account ask to use my function, to use my contract. And this is the library to get the format of the request. Then here is the context function client, confirmed owner. I'm using the functions request. And I'm saving some variables important, like the last request ID, the last response, and the last error. Because when I do a request ID, I will get one of these, or a right response, or if not, I will get an error, okay? I'd like to get both information. And if I don't have this kind of, if I don't came to this point, I have here to another kind of error. I'm creating an event to log the responses like the request ID. And this is the same Star Wars example. So it's the character and the response here, okay? Here we are. We are not on Mumbai, so I will change this in another way. Hard code to Mumbai. Let's do a hard code for Fuji. And I have the router address. So I must go here to get the supported networks. Here we are. Let's add this for you as well. And including add some information here. So we are on the supported networks to change it to Fuji. This is the router that I must use it. And here. So I'm changing the router. Supported network here, okay? router. I'm organizing this in another way. Let's add the source code down to put our information related to the router together. I'd like to have the DON ID. So you'll be hard coded to Fuji as well. The DON ID will be, let's go here and check DON ID here. So it's here. This is the DON ID. Okay. And to be sure that you not be wrong, deploy on Fuji. Here we are. So I organized the code in a different way. This is the callback gas limit when I receive the response. This is the source code. So this is exactly the same code that you saw on the playground. I mean, look in the playground here, no? Here. So this is the same code that you have here. Okay. I'm using inside the remix. So I'm creating a string without the code. Okay. And I'd like to receive the response later. So this is the response that I'd like to use. Hey, Arson, no problem. You can check. I just add more in the faucet. But if you can get in the faucet just now or use another network, it's not a problem. I just teach you how to change the network. So change it to the network that you have some funds. You can do this on Sepolia, Mumbai, or Fuji. Okay. And here in the constructor, I have the router. And this is only to be sure that only the owner can call this contract. And this is the send request. Here, I'm sending the request to the functions service, so to the network. When I'm doing this, I must tell my subscription ID, and if I have some arguments. You know that I have the argument here, one argument that will be the character ID. And if I have the arguments, I'm checking here the size of the arguments and get it. After this, I'm sending the request to the router with the request encoded on this way, my subscription ID, the gas limit, and the DON ID. And I will get the last request ID on this way, okay? After this, I must wait a bit because the functions network, you execute my code and bring me back the result, but it's not like in the same second. You must wait a bit. And when the Chainlink function network is done, it will have a callback function to my contract to do the fulfill request. So if your contract doesn't have a fulfill request function, you are not able to receive the response, okay? It's so important. It's required to you to have a function with this name. And here we are. When I receive the response, I have the request ID, and I have both a response and the error. If this is good, this will be empty. If I have an error, the response will be empty. Okay? I'm getting so the request ID, and you can do only once per time. And here I'm updating the variables, the state variables inside my contract, like the last response, converting it to string to have the character name because this is in bytes, and I have the error here as well. And emit the response. It's only this. Okay? I think it's time to deploy it. So you will deploy this on Fuji. Oh no, I didn't copy to you. Sorry, guys. Now you can deploy it. Deploy. And add here your getting started, your name, and the getting started functions consumer address. Let's do mine now. Who is the person that cut the code? Who is the green person? Let's do mine now. I am on Fuji. No, I am on the Remix VM yet. Oh. Yes, now I am in the right place. Custom, the network is right as well. Okay, I can do this now. Ooh. Confirming. Done. So this is my contract. Hey, don't cut the code. Where are you? Okay, this is mine. Wait a bit for you. The code was cut again. I think it's here, but are you pasting mine again, okay? Because if it's something wrong, let's be sure that is the right code. I didn't update the GitHub yet. I did during the class. And one thing that is so good to you to learn is that when we got codes from our documentation, they have a lot of comments. Like you saw here, they are well documented. So you can see step by step all the code, all the explanations here. So this is a amazing source to you to learn as well. And let's see, how are you? Yes, we have a lot. So now go to your the playground. Go to your subscription and add a consumer. So this is equal to add your getting started functions consumer. Hey, Lucas, thank you. Welcome here. Thank you for your help. Okay, let's do it. I copied the address of my contract, went to the functions function site, and here add consumer address and add. Okay, close it. Seems that's good. Let's wait or refresh, whatever. Okay, it's here. Now I have my consumer. This is mine. Okay. You can see that I created the subscription, funded, consumer added. Great. After this, go to remix, expand. Um, no. Go to your subscription here. If you are connected, you have your subscription. The at consumer, here is the consumer address. No ID now. Now on remix, expand. Oh, expand this. And let's go to send the request. On send the request, what we are doing here? Send request here. Subscription ID and args, the arguments. Okay? Subscription ID, so your subscription ID and args will be on this way. Okay? Because this is an array of arguments, you can have more than one. We are having only one now, so this is the same to call. This is the same of how that functions playground to call here. One, okay? Okay, let's do this. Sending copy again, copy from remix. Be sure that you don't have a extra space here. And here you are. Expand. And send the request, expand as well. And then transact. Let's go. My subscription ID, what is this? It's 3010. Arguments, remember that this is an array, so we need the brackets and the argument is 1. And then transact. Is this going to? Uh-oh. I did something wrong. Let's discover what. Yes. Here. It's not my subscription ID. You know? Yes, okay. Yes, thank you, Ake. It was this. Confirm. And I love my students that pay attention, including my errors. Yes. Thank you so much, Ake and Young. Perfect. I did the request. So now I have a request ID, like this. Probably I don't have a character yet. I don't have a response. Oh, I already have a response. So if I have a response, I don't have an error, okay? So if I have a response, I have a character now. Yoo-hoo! Look, Skywalker is here. Amazing. And if you'd like to get this, Let's see if I have this in another. I close it or no. Yeah, I close it. Binds. I'd like to share a useful tool with you. Binds to string online. It was an amazing a few minutes ago. Let's see if it was this. Yeah, this can be good. So I will share this with you as well because result. The results will be first. Last error must be nothing. What more? Last response will be this. And this is like crazy to us. So if you go here, it's in bytes. And you put the input, you can see the output Luke Skywalker. Okay? Oh, this site has a lot of I don't like this. Let's see if I can see another better. Yeah, I didn't find a better. I was using this. This was so good. I don't like this. Let's go here. This is better. Here. Okay. Let's add this here. This is a clean site. And you can see the Luke Skywalker over there. Is this. So if you have some error, use this tool to convert the error and try to discover what's happened, okay? Exactly is this. We are saving the data from the API in your smart contract. Exactly is this. Amazing. And if you go to the character, is the string of the response. So the character is Luke Skywalker. So this is our first example today, our first contract. And I know that I didn't add all of this in the tasks for me. So let's add the tasks now because you have two tasks. This is one and the other we are starting now. Ooh. So I'm adding the task in 1 minute. Let's connect it. I am on the other computer now. First, I'd like to know your functions ID subscription. Session 9 and we are using functions dot chain dot link here. So first task, it's over there now. Okay. Second task, I'd like to know the This, what's the name of this contract? The getting started address. Functions, the getting started functions consumer. And we have 3 tasks today, okay? The third, we are doing the third now, we didn't start yet. We will have, what's the name of my other contract? We have the weather functions. Weather address. Weather contract address. Here. Almost done as the tasks from today. This is from session 9. This is from session 9. So if you go to the form now, if you refresh the form, you already have the tasks today. No, the last request. No, this is not reliable. No, it's like a code. It's an ID. I think like Manorum. It's session 9 now. All good. Okay. The tasks are in the form now, and let's come back here. I give you some time. A tip or where? Subscription. Where? Let's review. Whether smart contact address. I found something wrong here because I'm asking in the description the runner in more than one. Okay. Okay, here and here. Smart contact. Okay, I think now it's good. Yes, Rama, I fixed this now. Thank you for letting me know. Try to refresh, see if it's good now. And this is our first content. Let's go to the next. And I must finish the next live with you. So our next content will be on Remix and create the weather functions.sol. And the wait that I'm creating the content now is not done. In fact, I didn't test. So you must, now we have a part that you are only watching me coding and then I will share with you, okay? Is the challenge part now. And you can help me if I do something wrong. I really appreciate it. So let's go. Here we are, create new file, weather functions, and I started the code in another window, but it's not done yet. I'm explaining to you what I'm doing, and then we can change together. Deploy on Fuji, this is the first point. I'd like to go to Fuji again. I have this information here, this is good, but this is one of the points that I'd like to change. Because in this way, we got that error if you have more than this, if it's not the last, but I'd like to have more than one. So I manage this in another way. In the way that we do with, for example, the runners. Remember that we can run from different characters. So I must get the runners to solve this. It's better to have like a request status. So related to the requests, I'd like to have a request status. And then we know when it's fulfilled or not, if it exists or not. And I'd like to have for each status, both of these. I'd like to know the last response and the last error and why I can do this. Okay. Why this is wrong? This is not an integer as well. This is a byte 32. So request ID, go to the request status. But I still didn't find my error. What I'm doing wrong? I cannot have a bytes here, do you know? I can do this in a string. It's not a problem. No public is. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, so nice to live code with you guys. So this is the request status that you'd like to use. So go down, I have the event in the same way. It was for Mumbai, I will change to Fuji. So let's copy from here, from Fuji. This is on Fuji now. Callback gas limit is the same. The JavaScript code. So let me let you know what I'm getting now. This is, and including before that, we are using this. And for example, I'd like to see São Paulo. It's in this way, okay? Because you know that I'm on fire here, literally on fire. Look this. And if you'd like to see, I will remove my screen, I'm on fire. Okay? So let's add my screen again. And probably you cannot see this. So this is what's happened now. You just saw this. Okay? And I'd like to create a contract to get the temperature of all of your cities. You can create your contract as well, but I'd like you to interact with my contract and add your city inside my contract. This is my goal now. Woohoo! So let's do this. So come back here to you understand. some example. And this is the weather. Our second contract will be here. Then, and this is what I must do now. Let's come back, because now you understand my code. This is my code. I will share this code on Playground. I have this on Playground. In some of my lot of playgrounds. Wait. Not this, not this, not this. I have another playground here. No. So let's share this on Playground with you, because I can share the code here. It's so cool. So I'm cleaning this and use my code. And I will get my code from here. Let's try mine first, okay? The arguments now will be São Paulo. Let's see if it's working. Yes. Oh, I'd like to have the console. I don't have the console log part now, but look at this. I can share this with you. This code. Share code. And I'm so dumb to do this. It's so hard to be human. Let's see if I can find the heads. Oh, I got it. So this is the link. And try it out on Playground. Playground. Here. Try this yourself. Okay? So wait. I will finish the code and test it. Okay? Let's come back here. Okay. Come back here. You already know my code. And I did the last city and like the last temperature. Good. And now I have a problem here. Last temperature. Okay. Still have a problem? Okay. Oh. Yes, I didn't come here yet. So let's go where I was. So we have the code here. And here, because I'd like to have not only the last, I'd like to have all the temperatures of you, my students, I was creating a structure. So I have this city structure where I have the name of the city and the temperature. And I create an array of structs, and I was managing this when we was starting the class. First of all, for each name, I'd like to see where is this on the array. So this is the index of the array. If another person here already added the temperature from that city, I will not create a new entrance, but I'd like to update it. So I'd like to see if the city is already inside here, okay? And then we must manage the request. So when I do the request, I'm doing a request related to one city. When I receive the response, I must update that city and not another, in the way that we did with the runners, okay? And I'd like to add an argument here, because we are using the same, you can use like my contact now, so I don't need to add like we did here. And to each request you send the subscription ID, I will deploy to my subscription ID directly. So let's get it. So let's add something else here. I added this here because it's related your function subscription ID. It's here. And then in the constructor, I'd like to know the subscription ID. You know that I'm coding this live, yeah? Wait. And here is the subscription ID, okay? Initializing the router, initializing the subscription ID. So good. So where I'm using this, I have the get temperature, and I'm not getting the subscription ID here anymore. So here I must use the other. Okay. In the get temperature, you are saying the city that you'd like to get it. And I must convert the city in that arguments form that we are using inside here. And here we are, so I'm creating the request with these arguments. And this is the last request, the last city, and adding the request in my mapping to map the request with that city. So this is the request part, get temperature. So let's fix the fulfill request because I didn't finish yet. Probably here I have some errors. I'm receiving the request ID, the response, the error. Let's see. I don't need this now. What I must do is like we do in the runners. Let's open the runners. Then you can see how I'm doing this. Run, fulfill request. So I must have that request. That request must exist. Okay? So this part must be done now. And not this. So I call it as request. I don't know. This is different. Okay. And I call it as requests. I don't remember. Do you know? As requests. Okay. This is good. So now I'm managing that I only can do this for a request that we did on this content. Great. So good now. And the next step, update the context variable. Let's see if I don't have an out of gas problem. Oof. Let's see. The last response is this, last temperature is this. So I'm getting the city because with that request ID directly, I can know the city. If the city exists, so it means that the city exists. If this is true, let's go different. If this is not true, the city will be exist. I will add the structure with the city and the temperature, and I'd like to put in the index of cities here, okay? If already exists, I can know probably here. Let's come back here to understand my logic again. Here, if I go to the city, I can know the index of this and update the city structure. Let's do it. So if I know, I will get the city. This is the city index. So I will get the cities on this index and update the temperature. UB, the last temperature. How about you guys? Are you seeing something wrong in my code, or I am right, or no? Let's edit this first. If I could not do in this complex way, I will get only the last. But otherwise, I hope that this is working. And here, I'd like to get the last temperature. Good luck for me. I will test this first and then share with you. First of all, I must deploy with my subscription ID. Confirming. Oh, I'd like to add one more point. I could add the time. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Let's not be complex. So I have in my contact here. Let's add on my subscription. If it is working, I share with you. If it's not, I will simplify this. Because maybe I have problems with gas limit and I will not solve the gas limit problems live. Yes, both are here now. I could not wait to update. I'm so anxious now. Let's try mine first. São Paulo. Oh, I must add. Okay, we have here, but I'd like to, when I share with you, I'd like to add one more function here, okay? Wait a minute. Get temperature, let's see. Because now I'm testing the function part. So, let's request ID. Not yet. Really, that I didn't update the last request ID? Eh, supposed to be here. Ah, no, now yes. Let's request ID is done. No error until now. No response. We still must wait a bit more. No error. No response. No error. No response. I should see the log, okay? But let's do it this way. Still waiting. Oh, I can see the S request as well. Remember that I created this. Fulfilled still false. Okay, so we are still waiting to come here. Oh, it's so long now. Maybe I broke my code. If I broke my code, I am already preparing another. Okay, let's prepare one simple for you. Because I did the simple version and it was working. Let's have the temperature functions. Come back here, test again. It's still false, guys. Ooh. I will do the other. 7, 8 minutes. Ooh. The other, it was fast. But okay, we must wait and you create another that is simple because one of it work. How to do the simple version of this with not all the array part? The simple version will be like only, I will not get the status because I'd like to only get the last. The response is not a character, is a temperature. I should fix this here as well. Okay. And it's hard coded. Is my subscription idea you maintain here. The source code is the same, and then you get only this. So I will not use this part on the simple version, okay? Get temperature is exactly the same, not exactly the same, because I don't have this part as well. And let's see again, still false. Oh, if all of us did in the same time, maybe I can see here if I'm waiting something. Oh, I have a fulfillment here. Ooh. Not yet. This is the consumer, the history. Oh, I got an error here. And it's an error that doesn't come to me. So I will share with you the simple version and fix the error later. It's too long to fix it now. So the simple version, you use this. You use this with the last request only. Okay. Let's use the last request. And tomorrow I share this with you. The last error is the same, it's good. So the last response is good, the last temperature is good as well. Maybe I have out of gas error. I must check this. So this is the simple version that we have only the last, okay? This should be work. I'm sharing this with you. I'd like to change the name here. So we are not creating the weather now, we're creating the temperature now, but I still needed to test it. Wait a bit more. Let's deploy this as well. Deploy a new one, 3010. And here we are at consumer. This is the fast mode now because it's only to you who watch this part. Not follow me now. Okay, done. I'm pretty sure that is done. Go to remix. São Paulo. Confirming. Okay, I have the last city, not temperature yet. Last request ID is this. Last error, not yet. Last response. Let's go here. Pending, at least is now. If it's 5 minutes, let's come back here again. No error. Response, response. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see my temperature now. And it's in Fahrenheit. So the temperature here in Fahrenheit is this. Ooh, so hot here. Let's share this code with you. Thank you. And it's time to you to do the same. So deploy. Remember that the parameter is your subscription ID. Then share here with me. Share with me your name and temperature functions address. And this is mine, you saw. And then, let's see this part first. In fact, I will add another here. Then you will call get temperature to your city and add here your name and temperature. Ingrid, the contract is upstairs. This is the order. Like I have in mine. And I got mine. You remember that was this. Add consumer. Yes, thank you, Kiss, for add consumer. Woohoo. And I must convert to Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's see if it is not so crazy. Okay, this is good. And if you, like me, must convert it, and 86, what is this? Yesterday, like we saw here. Put what is better for you. Let's see, how are you now? You have at least at the end of January, okay? Maybe more, but for now, the deadline will be 31 of January. It's interesting, Felipe, because for me, I wish to have in centígrados, but appear on Fahrenheit. I'm not sure. Because imagine that if it is the node operator running could be different. If someone has an error, também, here is to convert it, if you'd like to convert. Oh, mm, this means that as, I think that you are not connected on Remix in the ejected provider because you cannot create it. Yes, be sure that you are here on injected provider, okay? Who are you? What's your name here? Who is this green? Another point, check your subscription ID on deploy. Can be this as well. Check these 2 points, okay? So amazing. And like if I come back, not this, but to the documentation on functions, let's talk a bit more with you, not only related to getting started, but also how the service is working, what's happened here with the code, how we manage the secrets. This is a beginner section, so I will not do nothing with secrets, okay? But you have something here. I saw a message related to the billing, how is the cost. You can get the cost here, the simulation. We have a lot of guides how to do a simple computation, to call an API like we are doing, return custom data, post to APIs, use the secrets based on DON, use the secrets saved on GISTs, use other kind, multiple data sources like that with the markets, encode, put together automation and functions with time-based, with custom logic, using imports. So the guides are really, really amazing for you. Let's see, how are you? Yeah, I think you are good. And yes, you can, yes, now, yes, submit the temperature functions because I will, let's update it for you. Because it's not the other, I could not do it. Temperature functions, temperature functions smart contracts. It's updated. Okay, this is done. So Andre, are you delete this? We don't need this anymore. Yes, this is interesting. We can try to convert. And probably this will be not so easy because you are receiving a text like this. So you must get this part of the text to convert. And I know that some people don't have um, tokens anymore. Are you saying a bit more and asking side to get? Ten more. Oh, I don't have 10. How much I have? Oh, I only have 4 now. Yeah, 2 for you. And I think link I can send a bit more, not too much, but I must get to the next session. Okay, I always do this wrong. Okay, I think you can get something now. I'll try to get more with me later. And let's see how is this, because you can see that this was success, this not. I can try to discover this later. I will do this, in fact. So all good here. I think we are finishing now. Nikki, if you didn't have a mainnet account, I recommend that you create another account. It means another seed phrase on MetaMask, and use this to your real funds and to all your badges later. Don't do the same that we are doing the test nets, because the idea is to have this in a real account, because it's an achievement to you, okay? And I think we are done today. Let's see if I forgot some slide, because when I come here, I didn't finish the slides. So we did this. Oh, this is advanced. Okay, I put this over there, but this is advanced, including that I must add this. And let's make this right. And like this is advanced for developers. So if you are already a dev, you can use any NPM package with no problem, but this is not for beginners, okay? And also we can have this as well, the deep dive on Chainlink functions. This is in the developer portal. You saw over there, because here I have only the QR code. And we did this. So thank you today. And tomorrow is our last day. This is amazing how it was for you to stay connected and to really work hard during 2 weeks, almost 2 hours every day. I'm so proud of all of you. And if you'd like, remember to share in the social networks the Chainlink Bootcamp 2024. This is our hashtag. Share how was this for you. And if you didn't the session yet, I know that you create some group, coordinate with your friends. I'm still trying to solve the problem with the Discord, okay? And see you tomorrow. Bye.